right, y'all. Welcome back to Beer Clock and our Let's Play show, Boozy Plays. How you guys doing? Welcome back,
Welcome,
Adam.
everyone.
Good
Legion
to
of
see
followers,
you.
welcome back. Good to see you too.
Yeah, see you, I guess. we can't see each other.
Good to hear you again.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been able to record together, and I'm not sure when this video is going. Maybe I'll edit this one and put this one up next, since it'll be your recent recording. But I'm going to apologize now. It's been a while since we've had an upload. The reason for that is apparently the universe does not want us to release our last few episodes of Family Feud because every time I try to edit them, and this is ridiculous because I've edited so many other videos in the meantime that have gone just fine. But our video, every time I try to export it, it's like, oh, sorry, I'm not going to do that for you. It gives me this weird error message that I've searched and I can't find any way to resolve it. There's all kinds of support articles online and none of them do anything to fix it. Someday we will release those videos. I'm sure of it, but it ain't happening right now.
The cricket sabotaged you.
It's that freaking cricket, man, I swear. And it's funny because I mentioned the cricket and they don't know anything about the cricket because they have not seen those episodes. So
the cricket is a mystery.
Right. You'll find out at some point in the future what that's all about. We're going to play Moonlighter tonight, which this game I don't like throwing around words like addicted because it's like, oh, I'm so addicted to this game right now. And it's like, no, like I'm literally addicted to this. Or maybe I've come down from my addiction a bit, but no joke. I played all the way through it, beat it, literally turned right around and started a new file, played it all the way through again, literally turned right around and started a new game. This game, I don't know what it is. It scratches all kinds of itches for me. I freaking love it. I hope you enjoy it.
This is the Dark Souls of Steve.
Exactly. That's the dark. Yes. Yeah, because and I'm gonna have to bleep my name there because you just doxed me on YouTube. But
sorry.
I have to work hard because like when you come in my streams and stuff, I always have to like try not to say your name because I know your name, obviously.
Yes.
But this is Moonlighter. Between Dimensions is the DLC, I think. I got into this game well after it was released. I think it was released back in 2019. But
I thought this was a fairly newer game.
No, but it's damn good. Oof, man. I really hope you like this because if you like it, then we'll get to play it a whole lot. But it's a super fun game. It's a roguelite kind of action dungeon crawler. It's super fun. Anyway, let's get into this and we'll stop talking about it. So you can see all the save files that I have.
There's the save files that you mentioned.
Exactly. We're going to go new game, not new game plus. And hard mode is recommended. So we're going to go for hard mode. I thought about going for like the brutal difficulty, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want to be an absolute punk on this video, so...
An absolute punk. Like what, just getting schooled the whole time?
Yeah. Oh, here, I need to read the text.
Guys, I promise I played this before.
Among the stars. Oh, shit, I couldn't read it. I missed it. It was my bad. Okay, one night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. They called them the dungeons. Strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. The pixel art in this game is fucking gorgeous. Soon a village of the slightly curious took root near the dungeons. This they named Rhinoka. Among the settlers, two groups shined brightest, heroes and merchants, glory and riches. But the dungeons proved too dangerous. They were soon closed as too many lives were lost in their depths. Life became hard for the town, especially for the young owner of the oldest shop, Will of the Moonlighter, long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeons. Got the whole Rambo thing going on there.
Actually, I feel like that was more Karate Kid.
You think so?
We'll let the Legion of Followers.
Yeah, we'll let the Legion of... Yeah, someone leave a comment. Whether,
Rambo or Karate Kid.
Yeah, Rambo or Karate Kid. I'm definitely not just baiting people into leaving comments on our videos.
No, you've never done that.
Yeah. Please watch these videos. Please leave a comment. Please press the like button. And please subscribe. Hey, we finally hit 36 subscribers.
Hey!
We've been stuck
Hey,
at 35 for weeks and weeks.
let's give the audience, the Legion of Followers themselves, a round of applause for making that happen.
Exactly. We need to someday when we're big time. We're
Yeah,
gonna have print out T-shirts that say Legion of Followers on them for all of our followers to buy.
for the Legion
For the
to
Legion.
buy.
There's Will of the Moonlighter. Now, okay, so this is just tutorial. It just shows you how to do stuff. So this is just me
Already
moving
linked
through
to
the
the
dungeon.
past vibes.
Yes, yes. Very Link to the Pasty kind of vibes you'll see here. So, you got a dodge roll, which has never been done in any video game before.
I feel attacked.
Okay, I was waiting. How long before he's like, Steve, Dark Souls, hello.
I feel attacked.
So yeah, you can dodge roll through stuff without taking damage. Then you got your little broom or whatever this is. I forget what it is. But anyways, that's your weapon
It looks
in
like
the
a
beginning.
broom or a mop.
Yeah. Does it tell me? Oh, I can't go to my inventory yet. Just so you know, this tutorial that takes you through, there is no way to successfully complete it. You will die at the end of it. It's not me sucking. It's just that that's literally how the game is made.
He's already prepped this ahead of time. Like, how can I sell this when I die at the end of the tutorial?
Right. You know, I was thinking a minute ago as I was prepping all this before we got online, I'm like, I need to make sure to say something about this so people are like, fuck, man, you played this game a whole ton. How come you're dead already?
Get good, scrub.
Yeah. But like, see here, like, this is, you never face this many enemies at one time in any part of this game. And like, these are all like the very worst enemies too. Or not all of them, I guess. The boulder guys are a real pain in the ass. The guys with the swords suck too, but the guys throwing the little fireball thingies,
Yeah.
at least right now when you're super weak, see, I'm dead now. At least now when you're super weak, God, they are some real sons of bitches. So, and then boom, it spits you out of the dungeon. So these are the dungeons right here that you go in. And this is, I don't know if he's like your grandpa or something. He's some old guy that I swear he's
The village elder.
He's the dude from Cult of the Lamb that just blathers on and on. This is that guy in this game. So what a sorry looking kid. Oh, I guess he's not your grandpa. I guess he just calls you some sorry looking kid. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now.
I think we're seeing that you are not a fan of having things over explained to you.
Well,
You're kind of a one and done kind of guy. I get the gist. Let's move on.
I get so impatient with this game because there's no way to skip all this dialogue. And I've played through it so many times. It's like, I don't need to hear this shit all over again because I know all of it. I mean, you can just press A to get through it, but still, it's a huge pain in the ass. But for you guys, we need to read all this crap because you have not played this game 100 times. Well, maybe you have. I'm not going to assume.
Don't oversell it.
But this is a
Right,
fantastic
so
game.
for you,
Everybody should play it. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you were always curious of the dungeons. Maps. There is no doubt you carry the same obsession as old Pete.
Good old Pete.
Good old Pete. Morning, boy. Did our little merchant bite off more than he could manage? I like how this guy's name is Xenon. If I remember when I'm editing this video, I'm going to throw up that picture of Xenon. That's like the, like Disney teen movie or something from years ago.
I was going to say, I've never heard that name before in my life, so I don't know what that is a reference to.
I only know about it because of a YouTube channel that I watch. So otherwise I never would have known. We never had Disney Channel. We had like 2 channels, 3 if the weather was just right. So when I was growing up, I mean,
we're facing the right way.
Yeah, the rabbit ears. We had this giant metal pole that like stuck up out the on the backside of our house that had an antenna on top of it because we have massive trees all around our house. And what was hilarious was you could throw open the window in the living room and reach your hand out the window and grab a hold of the pole that was the antenna And even though this antenna was freaking massive and up top, you could like twist it with your hand to try to like triangulate better signal for the TV. And I remember doing that as a kid. It was so freaking funny.
And that's when you got struck by lightning.
And I got my superpowers that way.
Yeah, right. And that's how I became an X-Man.
Well, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on the fifth door nonsense is foolish. Just leave it. Find some artifacts, then use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for Crater's sake, stop using that broom of yours, you daft boy.
He's got a point.
Xenon? What the heck? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. We all know what that's a reference to. It's mine from back in the day. Use it. I have little need for it now. Hey! Now then, get up.
Yeah,
You are
this guy
wasting
doesn't
light.
take any
Can't have you
shit.
neglect the shop all day. Let's see if I can get... See, I told you, this guy talks a lot. Get you through your hard head some of the tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many, many years ago.
Many, many years ago.
Do not judge the game by this initial part because it sucks.
I don't think it's bad. What's so bad about it?
I don't know. I get super impatient with games like this. I don't know why. Successfully
Is this
selling.
why you hate Chrono Trigger?
I hate Chrono Trigger for many reasons that we won't go into right now. I really don't want to alienate our fan base that probably adores Chrono Trigger like every
Take
other
the knife
person
out
in the
of my
world.
back, Judas.
Right. Successfully selling your merchandise takes knowledge of two things. You must know an item's value as well as its demand. Come now, open the shop and allow the customers in. Okay, so this is, well, I guess we should probably just do this part and then I'll say what I was going to say. So we open the shop and this bro comes in and he wants to buy something. He's like, hey, look at this thing. I'll buy that. Oh, it's a woman, actually. Never mind. This bro.
This bro.
I just saw a big chunky fool with a backpack and assumed it was a man. Did you see that? Best expression you can hope for. The item wasn't too expensive for them and not so cheap for you to lose profit. Be sure to pay attention to your customers' expressions. That's how your grandfather... Oh, I should stop reading this in such a sarcastic voice. I'm sorry. That's how your grandfather always knew if his prices were fair. And then here comes... He's a man. He's got a beard. I guess I just assumed his gender, though. Ugh! I don't think I need to tell you how that item was obviously overpriced. Lesson learned? Finally, be careful of selling a popular item too much. If you flood the market, you'll have to offer cheaper prices on your wares. Point is, charge higher when something is in high demand and in low supply. Take out your merchant notebook. It should hold all the information you've gathered on discovering wares and artifacts. Sorry, what were you saying?
BX Ogmo.
So this is where all my stuff is. If I press ZR, it takes me over here to the notebook and I can see like the price that stuff is. Anyways. Would seem the sun has fallen for the day. I best head off. You will pick up more on your own. Restoring this shop to its full glory, that responsibility falls to you, not I. It's in your blood, Will. Make us proud. In the meantime, why don't you try out that new sword of yours? Dungeons are more perilous at night, but one can always find better artifacts. Just don't dive too far and use that pendant, boy. Pendant.
Thank you,
nuts.
mysterious old man.
Xenon.
Who's somewhat condescending.
Go on now. These weary bones of mine must rest. That's the dude that was unhappy with my prices. So I do have some shit here that I should actually unload. I didn't even think. Well, let me go back in. It won't let me go back in. It makes me go in already holding 5 things. Which kind of sucks because you can see on the right hand side, it has a picture of my backpack. It says 5 out of 20. It means I only have 15 empty slots, which... That's one thing about this game that gets really frustrating is that you run out of slots in your backpack and you have to come back and unload your stuff and sell it at the shop or whatever. So that was the part of this game. Like people tried talking this game up to me for a long time. I had no interest in it because it was just like, they're like, oh, it's this dungeon crawler, and you go through and you kill these guys, you get all kinds of cool artifacts, whatever. I'm like, ah, sweet, sweet. They're like, then you go back to your shop and you sell them. And I'm like, How in the world is that fun?
Yeah, right.
But and I will say it is probably my least favorite part of the game, but other than dying. But this game is so freaking good. The one thing I was going to explain a minute ago that is definitely a source of frustration is the fact that the stuff that you sell in the shop, there's nothing that tells you what prices. Oh shit! How much things should cost, or what you should charge. Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked by this guy. What in the world? I'm talking and playing. That's what's happening. But so there's nothing that explains what things should cost. So it's really just up to you to figure that stuff out. Now, you can do that a couple of ways. You can do it probably how they intended and just kind of fiddle with pricing until you find what works, or you can do what I did, and obviously many other people, is just get online and find a price list.
Just Google that shit.
Exactly.
Right.
If I think of it, I always say crap like this and then I forget to. If I think of it, I will put a link to the price list that I use in the description of this video, because it makes the game so much more enjoyable to be able to just mark prices on stuff and then not have to worry about it. Who accidentally cycled through
I
this.
totally see the benefit of that. No.
Oh yeah, well, figuring that crap out, it's like, who wants to do that? I just want to get stuff and sell it and play the game, you know?
Right.
My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out, though. I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple items when he fled, one of which is this map, diagram, whatever it is. Map!
Map!
They call me crazy, said old Crazy Pete. Done gone lost his marbles, but I was right. Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of sorts, all of them linked to that giant locked door outside the dungeons, the fifth door of Ranoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whoever found me, I apologize for the smell, but the diagram should be around here somewhere. This guy's very kind of cheerful for being a rotted corpse.
We're about to die, essentially.
Yeah. These dungeons are not what they seem. It's like, be careful, the fifth door on Ranoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. We're going to get this thing here from this dude. Big boss is going to kill me. I supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase that weird creature that stole my stuffs.
That stole my stuffs.
Ah, big boss gonna be so upset with little me. Map. So there's our pendant thing. And basically what this graphic is telling you is if you hold down the Y button, now in the bottom right hand corner, you see that pendant that's like kind of every now and then it'll pulsate like a green. There you go. Just did it again. That's telling you that if you hold down the Y button, your pendant will transport you back to the village. And that's what we're doing right now, because we're at a dead end in this dungeon.
I see.
So, and it's hilarious because like the old man was like, use your pendant. It's like, bro, I don't even have a pendant. I had to go into the dungeon and take it from that corpse. Whatever, Xenon. Time for bed, Grandpa.
Xenon's lost his marbles through the years.
Yeah, Xenon's a couple beers short of a six-pack.
He's kind of a sundowner.
Bro, oh my gosh. Okay, I stopped at the local convenience store I had to get some gas and something. Anyways, I went inside and they had those the hard Mountain Dew. Have you seen those?
Yes.
I've not had one yet, but I want one so bad. I didn't buy them, but I want one. The young proprietor's moonlighter is returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? It's a map, dummy. Where did you get this? From these rotting corpses. You found old Pete. Dead. See, this is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. And what's hilarious is he's like, that's what happens when you go behind that door. Leave it, Will. He literally told me to go into the dungeons like 5 minutes ago.
He was like all gung-ho for you to go in there.
Right. He's like, take the shiny new sword and get your ass in that dungeon.
Don't forget to sell your shit.
Now he's like, don't go in the dungeon.
You stupid kid.
Look after Moonlighter.
This guy's gaslighting me.
I know, really. It's like, what the hell do you want from me, Xenon? I'm trying to go to bed. It's late. And now I notice some posts on the town board that may interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently they need some startup capital first. Would be nice to see some new life in Rhinoka. Nice indeed. All right, dude, get the hell out of here. I want to play this video game that I love so much. I just don't love you in this game. So that's the board. We'll check it out real quick. We can't do anything with it yet, but investments town. Okay, so we can, if we spend 500 bucks, we can bring the forge in, and we can bring in this chick that sells potions and enchantments for your weapons to make them better, and then these other folks that are mysteries right now. But or we can also upgrade our shop. We can get like a sale box. We can get a nicer cash register that makes people start leaving tips when they pay. We can get a nicer bed that gives us extra health, blah blah blah, a whole bunch of stuff that you can upgrade, but we can't do it now because we only have $100. So map, I don't know why it made us look at that again. This is our chest. We're gonna dump all of our poo in here, and then we're gonna go back to the dungeon. Because, again, we have limited space.
So inventory management is pretty clutch.
Inventory management is a big deal in this game. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in a minute here. Because, like, it's one of the reasons...
You're going back into the one that you went into already, right?
Exactly. Yeah, the other ones are currently locked. I can't go into those other doors yet. They unlock as you complete each of the dungeons. So when I complete this dungeon, I'll be able to unlock the other ones.
I thought you already made it to like the dead end or whatever of this one.
Well, the dead end is really almost just kind of part of the tutorial, because like you'll never see that part again.
Oh, okay.
Now we're entering the actual dungeon, and it's like this is where the roguelike parts come in, and that like every time you go into this dungeon, it's completely different.
I see.
The thing that stays the same though is that there's always 3 levels to the dungeon, and there's a boss at the end of each level. So, but like the construction of the dungeon will be different every time. Ah, shit. Up. So notice how I'm kind of like standing catty corner to the guy as I swing at him. Because of the way that my sword swings, it's helpful to do that because it keeps you out of their way. Okay, these little lines, these are cursed items. This little symbol means that the artifact has to be placed at the bottom or the top of the bag. So like it won't let me put it here. It has to be at the bottom or at the top, which is like, well, okay. Well, again, inventory management is a big thing like we've already talked about.
Right.
So that can be a real pain in the ass sometimes, because it's like you got all this cursed shit in your bag and you can't put anything where you want to put it, or you can't carry as many items as you want to because you got all these cursed things taking up space in your bag. But there's ways to remedy that as time goes on. So yes, it's a pain, but it's not necessarily a pain forever.
Okay, so they just give you like a little bit more restrictions in the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've found that, you know, some of the games are in this kind of style are like that. Like typically you think that like the challenge would escalate as you go, but it's almost like the game's like just, you know, crazy hard in the beginning, and then for some reason, like once the game clicks to you, it's like, oh, now that I'm over the hill, I kind of just breeze through the latter half of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that this one necessarily plays out like that, but the thing that does is that like the various and I don't want to call them power-ups necessarily, but like you get these different little things that essentially help you with stuff. Like, oh shit, come on, get off of me. I'm about to die.
You don't have any potions?
I don't, not at the moment. Oh shit, if I take one hit, I'm dead. Let's go ahead and go. Oh hell yeah, this is our healing fountain. There's one of these in every level. Well, okay. Every dungeon has 3 levels. all 3 of the levels have one of these healing fountain thingies. So
Okay.
very Kid Icarus of it. I know you love that game.
I don't have anything against Kid Icarus.
Oh, maybe it wasn't you. I thought you were bagging on Kid Icarus one time.
No.
Kid Icarus is a tough game. It is not an easy one for sure, but I like that game a lot though.
Did you ever play the Game Boy version?
I own the Game Boy version, but no, I've never played it. When I bought it, I didn't. Well, I was unaware that I had a working Game Boy. Maybe I should say it like that. But I found my old Game Boy Color, which is awesome because my son loves playing on the Game Boy Color, and it's just like, yes.
Yeah, right.
Anytime you see your kid getting into retro games, it's like, hell yeah. After that, yeah, I just kind of forgot to come back to it, I guess. You know how that goes. You get a game, it's like, oh yeah, and then you get busy with other stuff. Oh, okay, here we go. You almost would miss this. See how there's a dead, like a skeleton down here? Whack, and then he's got a potion on him.
Oh, okay.
They don't always have potions, but they generally have something of value. There's also one of these rooms in every dungeon. It's like the campsite of whoever probably that dead guy was. And then they have like a diary here with notes. Today marks my first steps into these mysterious dungeons. They were discovered not far from Ranoka, a small and incredibly charming village just north of the crater. They're quite a unique occurrence. Any number of adventurers may enter a dungeon at once, but no one will adventure together. These dungeons seem to build themselves around the one entering. A unique maze for each person, never the same labyrinth twice. One must ask, though, if no one is currently inside the dungeon, does it even exist? Now these are questions. Many right now are flooding to these dungeons for their treasure, completely disregarding the inherent danger of the hostile creatures inside, just for some gold and some fame. But not I. No, it's all about the questions for me. Where do these dungeons come from? Why do they constantly shift and change? And why are they filled with unseen treasures? I'm not here for the what. I'm here for the how and why.
Well, he was anyway.
He was. Now he's here for rotting in the corner.
Thanks for the potion, dog.
Yep. Oh, actually, here we go. I do. Oh, I did have potions. I just didn't even look in the right place. What the fudge?
That's kind of dark, though. You just come across people that have tried to do the same thing as you. And
Right. Always, you know, have you ever read anything about like the dead bodies on like Mount Everest?
No.
You don't know about that? Oh, this is awesome.
No, I mean, I know of the dead bodies on Mount Everest, but none of like anything that anyone has ever left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's crazy to me that those bodies, I mean, I understand why they're there. They say that it's like, you know, the elevation's too high and the terrain is too difficult to actually like fly anyone up there to take the bodies down. Here's the boss of this level of this dungeon. Obviously, a lot of it comes down to using your dodge roll effectively.
Like
die, bitch! Oh, I'm out of space. Okay, so let's do this. What do we got here? Let's get
So is all these like crafting materials that you're picking up?
Combination of... Oh, fuck, I don't have the freaking pendant yet. Well, shit, I'm stuck. Let's go ahead and go to the next level. We'll show you a little bit of level 2. Yeah, so they're crafting materials for crafting like your weapons and armor and stuff like that. But then it's also the stuff that you sell in your shop. Oh, this is the thing that I wanted a minute ago. This is one of the strange devices that creature dropped when he fled. This one's rich. This one's rich, actually, almost quite literally rich. For every item you place into this device, gold of some perceived value drops out. It's great if you need to use your pendant in a pinch. This device looks like a mirror, so I'm just going to call it the mirror. Keeping it simple. I do wonder, though, where do the treasures dropped inside go, and am I getting the best deal here?
Where does the shit go? We want to know.
What makes you wonder where them turds go? Oh my god, I'm still like absolutely just flabbergasted that like you actually know about that movie. It's so weird, and it's like It's not a great movie, but I like it. You know, it's one of those things like you ever have something that you're like, I know this thing is no good, but I don't care. I like it.
I mean, I laughed my ass off watching that movie.
Well, I did too, but I also
I
like.
mean, it's not gonna win any Academy Awards or anything.
Okay,
let's
that's
be
what I'm
honest,
talking
but-
about right there. Is like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna ditch these things because these are not worth jack poo, pretty much. Oh, okay, I can stack that. Okay, so let's get this over here. Now, notice that these have a little curse thing on them. Destroys one artifact in the arrow direction upon returning to town. So if I put this here, it's going to destroy this thing when I go back to town. So the trick is you want to try to put it over here so that's pointing off to nowhere and it's not going to kill anything when you go back to town. So like this will kill.
Semi-tedious, not gonna lie.
Yes, it is tedious and it's kind of an annoying part of the game, honestly. But it does. I get why they do it because it adds to the challenge. Otherwise, I think it would a lot of the whole dungeon crawling, collecting shit, and all that would just be too simple. But
yeah.
Oh, got a bow and arrow. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't have enough room for it, fudge. I'm gonna ditch something so I can get that bow and arrow. You turd. But yeah, okay, so back to item management. That's the whole deal. Your backpack, again, it only has so much space, and you're constantly running into situations where, like, oh man, I don't have enough space. Yeah, exactly. You got to decide what you want to leave behind. I want that freaking arrow, so I ditched some of the other stuff. Let's see. This thing. Destroy one artifact curse in the direction shown. So down and to the left. So if I put this right here, it'll take the curse off of this thing. And now that, oh, well, sometimes it glitches and does that. Okay, so it was a water lamp. That's what that actually was, which is good because that's actually kind of a valuable thing. So,
do you actually love the water lamp, or are you just saying that because you're looking at it and saying that you love it?
Adam. I love lamp.
I love lamp.
Oh shit! I didn't mean. So anyway,
speaking of that Mount Everest thing, just going back to it really briefly, Ashley and I watched this short documentary of this guy. I feel like he was from Tibet, and I could be wrong, but from that region of the world anyway. And him and his team of climbers, which were mainly like friends of his, you know, they went to the summit of like the 12 highest mountains in the world within like 6 months. Wow. They climbed all 12 of them.
That's crazy.
It was insane. Some of the the shots and stuff that they do.
He said this is like a documentary or something?
Yeah, it was on Netflix, I think.
Oh, you know what? Do you like watching documentaries and stuff?
Yeah.
I love documentaries and I love conspiracy theory stuff. I think we've talked about this on here before. Yeah. Like I don't believe hardly any of that shit, but it's just fun. It's just fun
to hear the argument.
To hear the argument and to hear people's crackpot theories about it. Well, this one is actually, well, I guess there's conspiracy theory elements to it. Oh, there we go. Don't want to die. Oh shit! I almost died right there. This guy's almost done for. Yeah, suck it. All right. Oh, I can't get any of this shit because I'm full. Let's just ditch some of these things here.
So what happens when you complete level 3? Is that dungeon now like done completely?
It's
and then
done.
You can go on to the next one.
Yes, it is done, and you can go on to the next one. Oh fuck! I picked up stuff I didn't want to pick up. What do I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of these doodads. These are not worth hardly anything. I want these mofos because they are valuable AF. So, okay. So, yeah, when you complete level 3, now level 3 has like a big boss at the end of it. When you complete that though, you've completed this dungeon and you can move on to the next one. However, it does not like close down this dungeon. You can still come back in here and like farm for resources and whatever. I
Did you find
Typically,
yourself having to do that?
nah, not having to do it. You can, and there are uses for it, but personally, I don't really feel like it's worth your time unless you're just like a completionist and want to get like maybe every little doodad from a certain dungeon, because that's the thing is like each dungeon has items that you can only get in that dungeon. See that shit, I can't pick it up because my bag's full. I'm going ahead and finishing out these rooms just because I just want to. And even though my bag is full, oh fuck, I shouldn't have come in here. Oh no! This was a huge mistake. I'm gonna die in here and I'm gonna lose all the stuff I just collected.
Don't die in here, Steve.
How do I want to kill these guys? Fuck you! I hate those flying fools.
Quickly and efficiently comes to mind.
Oh, I almost had him. Come on, bitch. Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Die, motherfucker. Okay.
So can you ever get like hardier in this game, or do you have the same amount of hit points?
No, you absolutely can gain a lot of hit points and stuff as time goes along.
So you like level up too?
Yeah. Oh, fuck you. It's not so much leveling up as it is like you just get better armor and all that. And that's what adds to your hit points.
You see.
This fool, you can only hit him from behind. So you got to be kind of tricky. And when he hits you, he really hits you. There we go. Oh, hell yes, I didn't die in this stupid room. Oh, my gosh. Okay, we're just going to go. We're going to get out of here. Like I said, my bag is full. The whole reason why I was going through all these other rooms was because even though... Oh, shit. I messed up one of my things, so I lost something. Oh, well. Even though my bag was full, your stuff stacks. So, like, you can have so many... Like, if I got that blue thing... I can have like 10 of those blue things. So if I only have 5 of them in my bag and I come across more of them, I can get those other 5, even though my bag is full, because it stacks up to 10 deep on that particular item. So, let's try selling.
So now theoretically, when you go back in, you got to start back at level 1.
Yes, I do have to start back at level 1. Now, spoiler alert, there is a thing that you get, in level 3 of this dungeon that allows you to place a portal to where you can transport directly back to that level of the dungeon.
Oh, that's pretty handy.
So yeah, that's much nicer, but I just don't have it yet because I'm super early in the game. So this thing sells for 330. It looks like I've got a spreadsheet up here on my screen that you can't see.
Cheater.
It does feel kind of cheatery, to be honest with you, but I don't care because playing the game without this, I do not see how in the world that's enjoyable.
Yeah, I hear you.
What
was that one thing that I was whispering to you over and over in one of these podcasts or whatever? Something where you were like, I gave you another opportunity to say it again, and I can't remember what it was.
I remember it happening. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I know. Must have been very memorable.
Exactly right. Okay, so to be continued. On the next episode here, we're gonna start selling stuff, and you guys will see how all that works. So come back and you'll get some
democracy at its finest, or capitalism at its finest.
Heck yeah, this is how Rhinoka works. They see me rolling. I'm selling shit. All right, see you guys.
Peace.